Starting a journal is easy, but sticking with it isn't always the case. Sometimes we feel so tired, other days we just feel so uninspired as if there's nothing worth writing about. However, everything changed for me ever since I discovered bullet journal method. I've been consistently bullet journaling for a year now, and it's been amazing. Not only has it improved my mental health, it's also boosted my productivity and focus. So I really want you to have a try too. And in this video, I'll share all the techniques that make the difference for me. Stick around and let's make journaling a fun, lasting habit. First thing first, before setting any goals, I always love asking myself why. Why do I want to journal? Do I want to process my emotions better? Or am I looking for an organized way to manage my days and tasks better? Or do I want to practice gratitude? Knowing your why can help you create a system that works for you and help you to be more intentional so that when your motivation is running low, you have the discipline to move you forward. For me, journaling serves all three purposes. The emotional check-ins help me understand myself better so that I can make better decisions. And the organizer helps me understand my schedule, that I can say yes to the things that make me feel fulfilled and say no to things that drain my energy. Finally, practicing gratitude has been a game changer, and it's helped me shift my focus to the good things in life. So these are my whys. What about you? Why do you want to journal? Now, have a think. If you want, you can pause the video and come back. Now you have your why figured out, it's time to choose your journal. As much as I love the idea of having beautifully personalized journal, I sadly realized that they are not for me because I tend to overthink things way too much and try to perfect everything. So it just sets the entry barrier really high. So I just accept the fact that I need a simple journal that comes with structure. And my personal favorite is this Muji planner. I really love this paper cover so that I can write my name for a little bit of personalization. And I've been using this for the entire 2024 and it's really nice to see how much I actually write. The layout is perfect. You can see that they already have their yearly view and a monthly view and also daily view. And it's really great that it's come with the layout so that you don't need to create everything from scratch. And at the end of the journal, they also have some blank pages that you can jot down your inspiration, or is there any specific incident that happened you need extra space to write about? You can utilize this area. I'm obsessed with this. Today, I'll be using this 2025 version so that we can set up our journal together. And I'm so excited. Let's go. The first thing I do is personalize my journal. It's nothing fancy. I just write bullet journal and my name on the cover. This small touch makes the journal feel more personal to me. Next, I'm going to share a system created by Rada Carroll that I use to track everything intentionally. There will be a bunch of symbols. First, a dot indicates a task that needs to be actioned. A cross on the dot means the task is completed. If you put an arrow to the right of the dot, it means the task has been moved to the next day. If you cross out the whole line, the task is no longer relevant. A circle represents an event. A dash is a note, which could be an observation. A star is something important. A heart is something I love or I'm grateful for. Feel free to create your own symbols that are meaningful to you. I also love having a mantra on the front page to remind me to always follow my heart. Next, I set up the year at a glance, also known as the future log. This section is where I record birthdays, important days, and bank holidays. Since I created one last year, I can easily carry over the days that still matter this year. I also jot down my travel plans to avoid any overlaps.
I tend to double book things if I don't have a calendar, and this overview gives me a clear, high-level view of my year, making it easy to check my availability at a glance.
Then comes the month at a glance, which is my favorite part. Last year, I created a monthly fun challenge that I'm committed to doing at least one fun activity each month. Because of that, I've taken spontaneous trip to Paris and a hiking tour to Bulgaria. And I've also joined an improv acting class, which is totally unexpected, but in a good way. This exercise really helped me break out of the routine and stop living on autopilot. It's also pushed me to be more intentional about enjoying life instead of waiting for things to happen. Just remember, all of us have the power to choose to live a fun and fulfilling life, and we really deserve to enjoy life a lot more. So I highly recommend all of you to do this exercise.
Apart from that, I also want to do a monthly check-in on how I feel physically and emotionally, as well as spiritually. It's really important to understand if I'm living in alignment with my values and purpose. Then I transfer the important dates from the year at a glance to the monthly view. I also write down all my plans here. When I look at it, I know that if I'm doing too much or too little, so that I can better manage my months. And that's it for the month at a glance. Finally, for the day at a glance, I divide the page into two sections. On the left is my to-do list, and on the right is my daily check-in. I usually start by writing something like I feel and my emotions when something happened.
This is the essence of bullet journaling to me because it provides a safe place for me to really reflect on what's happened during the day and how I feel and my emotional response. And I do this exercise with grace and acceptance without any judgment so that I can become my own best friend because I know myself, I know what I need to do to make me happy. The other thing is that because I know myself a lot better, I also know my boundaries. I can express my needs a lot sooner, handle difficult situations, because I know that a lot of the time we shy away from difficult conversation in the early stage. We thought that we can tolerate it and we thought that negative feeling would disappear, but trust me, it won't. Now I just non-apologetically express myself and do everything without regret. So yeah, these are my main two takeaways and try it. Let me know how it goes with yours.
On the right side, I keep my gratitude log.
I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for each day. At first, I found myself writing the same thing over and over again. So I challenged myself that I need to find 3 different things every day. And then the funny things happen because I realized that nothing is really good and nothing is really bad. It's really about your perspective. For example, if I catch the train just in time, that's great because I save time. But if I miss the train, it's also great because I can use the time to finish my Duolingo exercise and maybe do more lessons. So it's really all about your perspective. And the power of gratitude journal is that it shifts your focus into the good things in life and you can create more good things too.
At the back of the journal, there are custom pages. These are completely freestyle and can be used for anything. For mine, I've added an affirmation page to help me stay focused on the things I want. My favorite one is everything is working out in my favor and it's work for anything. On the right side, I've included an accomplishment page.
This list comes really handy when you're doubting yourself, and we all suffer from imposter syndrome. We all feel like we're not good enough sometimes because we don't celebrate small wins often. So just write down everything you're proud of, no matter how small. It could just be you go to a new class, you talk to a new person, or you handle situation differently. You need to build yourself up.
To summarize my journal, I began by writing down Retta Carroll's bullet journaling system and a personal mantra. The year at a glance session includes important dates and travel plans for a high-level overview of the year. Here, I track my monthly fun challenges, check-ins, and my schedule in more detail. For Day at a Glance, it contains my daily to-do list, emotional check-ins, and gratitude log. Finally, for the custom pages, I've included an affirmation page and an accomplishment list to stay motivated and celebrate progress.
Finally, my last piece of advice to all beginners is that don't worry about making everything perfect and enjoy the process. If you miss a day or two, it's okay. You can just catch up the next day when you can. If you can't, it's also okay to skip it and catch up the next possible day. You don't need to put so much pressure on you, and everyone's approach is different. It's more important for you to find a method that works for you so that you can keep the consistency. If you want to learn more about bullet journaling, you can watch this video next, and don't forget to subscribe me. I'll see you next time. Bye!